Of course, you should do these three things every time you are waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. I will explain why you are waking up during this time. Before telling you those three things, it is important to understand why you are waking up at this unusual hour. Your body has a natural rhythm, and waking up at this time could be significant. By being aware, you can function better. So embrace this waking up time as something purposeful. Now, the three things you should do when waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. You are not waking up because you want to go to the restroom or you want to release yourself or something like that. Stop being logical about spiritual things. You are waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. because you are the chosen one. So of course we have 8 prayer time called the washes. There are 4 for the day and 4 for the night in 24 hours day. Time between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is the last night wash. People also call it the last lap, the last race, or the early morning wash. So, and of course, washmen during that wash are known as the chosen one. And that is because in the spirit, this hour, this wash is known as the hour of visitation. During the early morning hour, between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., special divine encounters are thought to happen. For instance, Jacob struggled with an angel in Genesis chapter 32 and verse 24, saying, "Let me go." He said, "Let me go, because the day is about to break." The encounter transformed Jacob's life, as well as the life of his children and future generations. It is believed that important revelations from God often occur during these hours, leading to significant changes in people's life. And this is the wash that we are talking about today. When Jesus walked on the water, it is believed that it was between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. Of course, there are other examples, but let's move forward. This hour between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is also known as the hours of blessing. The hours of blessing. It is time to rise and shine in accordance to Isaiah 60 verse 1. During this hour, only the selected few wake up, for it is known as the darkest moment of the day. Let me emphasize once more, the darkest moment. The adversaries strive in darkness, using it as a cloak for his malevolent schemes. This is when Satan unleashes his forces and strategies to disrupt day. Only the chosen one possesses the ability to combat this dark influence. It is crucial to watch men not to just fulfill their duties for themselves, but also for their families and those connected to them. It is essential to ensure that the assignment given by God is carried out faithfully. Remember, God does not attach his assignment to your flesh or to your mind, but to your spirit. The assignment is attached to your own spirit. Right? Are you with me? So you are waking up is because your spirit knows who you are. You are waking up because your spirit knows who you are in God. Your mind might not know, but your spirit knows who you are. So you are waking up at that time because you are on duty as a watchman. And what happens when the watchman washes and does not do anything? Let's see what the NLT says about the watchman. Let's read together. But if the watchman sees enemy coming and does not sound the alarm, the trumpet, to warn the people, he is responsible for their captivity. The Bible then continues to say, they will die in their sins, but I will hold the watchman responsible for their death. So pay attention now. It is not the wise men who killed them or murdered them, but God is not holding the enemy responsible, but the watchman. Can you imagine? But the watchman, because that is his responsibility. That is what God has assigned him for. That tells you that a watchman is a gatekeeper. The watchman's duty surpasses our perception. If lives are at stake, God will seek out and hold the watchman accountable. Some fail to understand that negligence in watching can lead to destruction, not just in their own lives, but also in the lives of other people, in the life of those people around them. Some are meant to oversee an entire generation, guiding them towards walking in the path of light and truth. It is important for you to take what we are talking about very serious, especially if you know, no jokes around it. You are always waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and you did not know why. The answer is simple. You are a chosen and you are a watchman. Now, the first thing that you need to do every time you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. First and foremost, remember your last dream. Upon waking up, you must remember your last dream. God may speak to you through dreams. By recalling your dream, you will know what to focus your prayer on. You will know the area of concentration that what you need to pray about, avoiding the mistakes of putting prayer before listening to God's voice. This approach prevents praying in vain and shouting in blanks. If you pray while understanding what God desires you to pray for, you are praying from a position of victory. It is crucial for you to listen effectively. Recall your recent dream, because the book of Job chapter 33 and verse 14 to 15 mentioned that God may speak once, even twice, but people may fail to perceive his message. Then verse 15 describes a scenario where individuals receive divine guidance through dreams during the night when they are in deep sleep. In verse 16, it is declared that God opens the ear of people and imparts them with instructions that are sealed within them. And it is important for you not to take for granted your dreams, because God is speaking. I know that there are some people that normally says, "Well, I don't understand my dream." That is because dreams are symbolic. Not every dream is clear. Some dreams are spiritual dreams. Some dreams are spiritual visions. And some dreams can serve as prophecies, while others offers unique perspective and opinion. Not every dream will be clear, but you need to perceive. God speaks once, yet twice, but men perceiveth it not. The concept of not perceiving means not understanding God's message. Therefore, it is important to learn the meaning of spiritual dreams, to interpret symbols like animals, lion, colors, and numbers. This helps you to avoid being lost spiritually and allow you to interpret God's message. So allow you to interpret God's message encoded in your dream. So the first thing, you remember your last dream, the dream you had before waking up, and then you pray accordingly. Because some people will be praying for their marriage, yet God is saying your marriage is not under attack. What is under attack is your finances. What is under attack is your spiritual life. What is under attack is your baby in 3 weeks' time. What is under attack is your job. What is under attack is your business in 4 years from now. That is why prayer is the sole entity capable of traveling to the future and waiting for us. So when you pray after hearing the voice of God, you are not going to pray in vain. Try and remember your dream and pray accordingly. The second thing is to meditate. Let's say you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. You can't remember your dream. You don't know what to do at that moment. Then meditate. Meditate. Don't force yourself back to sleep. You are a watchman. You are chosen. So when you meditate, many people tend to conceptualize meditation whenever this topic is brought up. No. God can implant something in your spirit now that will manifest in 3 weeks later. Your spirit already holds this knowledge, but there exists a bridge between your spirit, your mind, and your soul. When you are more focused on the physical aspect, your spiritual remains less active. The parallel movement is not sustainable. So you must submit one must lead, one must take control. The hour of 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. are when the spiritual self is most prevalent. Through meditation, your spirit communicates with your mind. The hour of 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. are when your spiritual self is most prevalent. Though the meditation and reflection, your spirit communicates with your mind, leading to new-formed perception, feelings, sounds, and sensing things. Nobody told you this is going to happen, but you begin to know by intuition. It is called perceive, when you perceive something in the realm of the spirit. That is why the Bible then says, and Paul said to them, I perceive that this sheep here, we are going to have a wreck here. And yet they did not believe him. So Paul never claimed an angel spoke to him. nor did he mention a dream or a direct communication from God. He simply stated that I perceive, indicating that every chosen individual or seer possesses the intuitive ability to perceive. So we can also call this an inward knowledge. Knowledge without anybody telling you, and that is because your spirit gives it to you. So some may say this is very deep. Yes, it is very, very deep. Adam knew the names of animals because he was very awake. His spirit was awake. He looked at animal and just knew their name without anyone telling him. He saw zebra and said, you are zebra. You are zebra. And he saw lion and he said, this is lion. Can you imagine the wisdom of God? The knowledge, how he was able to perceive it. He looked at lion and said, this is lion. He looked at crocodile and he said, this is crocodile. So it is important for you to meditate. It is very, very important for you to meditate. Some of you will begin to see things that are matters in your life. I mean, those things that are very important in your life. You begin to see them. Some of you will begin to know without anyone telling you. The last thing, which is the third thing that you are to do every time you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is to rise or make declaration, which is very important. To rise and make declaration. You have to command the day. Okay, how do you command the day? You do that by prophetically rising and making declarations. The Bible says in the book of Job, chapter 22, thou shalt decree or declare a thing and it shall be established. So some people will say, but how long should I pray when I wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.? You pray until you know it is done. So the moment you know it is done in your spirit, then you can go back to sleep. Most people who are running businesses, companies, most of them will tell you that they receive those divine ideas between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. So you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. because you are the chosen one. It is said to be the hour of destiny. It is well with you. God bless you.